Hey there, Reid here, and today we're going to check out another community here in Cochrane, Alberta. This one is Bow Ridge. Now, Bow Ridge is another one of Cochrane's more mature neighborhoods. It's located on the west side of Cochrane, just south of the Bow River, and when I mean just south, it basically borders the Bow River. All that's separating Bow Ridge from the Bow River in this area is this nice spruce tree belt, and there is some nice access to pathways that lead right down to the Bow River, accessed right off the northern side of Bow Ridge. Now, Bow Ridge is a little bit, like I said, of a more mature neighborhood here in Cochrane, with its build times being in the late 90s to early 2000s. Now, one of the great things with that is these homes are new enough that there is not a worry for poly B plumbing in many of them. However, they are still built, like I mentioned, in those late 90s, early 2000s, and so there is a majority of the homes that will require some updating if you're not comfortable with that early 90s color schemes. Some of the carpet might be a little tired, and then the exterior of the homes may be due for some updates and some renovations. Now, one of the big things with the exterior of these homes, especially in Bow Ridge and in another community that we will touch on as well, Bow Meadows, is that this was an area in Cochrane where wood-shaked roofs were very popular. So Bow Ridge still does have a majority of its homes that have wood shakes on the roof. Now, in terms of maintenance, those wood shakes can be actually replaced, and you can actually kind of piecemeal it together and replace just the shingles that need replacing. However, it is going to look a little funny, and I'll show you a clip of that. But if you choose to go the route of keeping shakes on the home, just know that putting new shakes on a roof is a little bit more expensive than traditional asphalt shingles. And for that reason, a few of the homes here in Bow Ridge have gone the route of switching to asphalt shingles. Now, in terms of amenities, Bow Ridge does not, like Jumping Pound Ridge, have a school inside of the community. And so those students will have to make use of the schools inside of Cochrane proper, mainly being Glenbow Elementary for the K-4, Mitford School for 5 to 8, and then Cochrane High School for 9 to 12. Now, the predominant home type here in Bow Ridge is single-family detached homes with a mixture of bungalows and 2 stories. There is a handful of duplex units, and then there's also a few sections of little condo pockets, and you'll see that here in the overheads, of little areas that are condominium, duplex, condominium, row housing style units. Now, the average price of a home here in Bow Ridge over the past year and a bit, dating back to about August, is right around the $600-ish $1,000 mark. Many of the homes are selling for, underneath about $800, $850, and then the condo units are dropping down into the just underneath $500,000 market. So in terms of affordability, Bow Ridge gives you a slightly more mature neighborhood, obviously not as old as, say, East End or Glenbow, but it does get you into a little bit of a lower price point. Now, obviously, some of these homes that sit along the northern boundary that back onto that spruce belt following the Bow River are going to sit more along the lines of that $850,000, $900,000 range, but the homes in the middle of the community definitely have the option or have the ability to find homes in that mid $600,000 range. Now, as for amenities that are actually in Bow Ridge, there's a soccer field, there's a ball diamond just down George Fox Trail. There is more soccer fields with Cochrane Rangers Soccer Club. And then while there's no school, there is a childcare facility and a play school that is right in the community, along with a doctor's office and a few other small things. However, for any of your groceries, gas station, convenience store, or any of your shopping, you are going to have to go into Cochrane proper and do all of your grocery shopping. Now, as you see behind me here, there is quite the elevation change inside of Bow Ridge, and with a lot of the homes up higher up, giving you lots of views of the Cochrane River Valley and giving you a little bit less of a boxed-in feel. With that does come some slight issues, especially in phase 3. There is 2 gabion walls that have been the subject of some litigation in the past, and those are currently being monitored by the town because there was movement in those walls. Now, there was repairs done on those walls, but the town is still currently monitoring them, and so just before you look at a home in Bow Ridge, make sure to check with your realtor, make sure to check with your agent, and be sure that you're aware of where that home is located and if it is one of the homes affected by those gabion walls, because you as the homeowner are responsible for the maintenance of those walls as it's written out in the easement registered on title. So that's something to really keep in mind, that if you're going to buy a home here in Bow Ridge that is part of that affected area of the gabion wall, those home values are a little bit lower because of that issue. However, if you find a home inside of Bow Ridge that's not affected by the gabion walls, this community is lovely. It's big, wide open streets. Again, like I mentioned, it is one of Cochrane's more mature neighborhoods. All of the landscaping is very mature. You've got large trees, big side yards, wide lots. And the community itself is quite nice. You've got access to the Bow River. You've got access to that great pathway system. You've got soccer fields right in the community for your young kids. You've got baseball diamonds right in the community for the young kids, or that adult softball league you want to join. And it's just a really short drive into Cochrane, but it kind of gives you a little bit of isolation away from Highway 22 and away from Highway 1A and all that construction going on currently. So overall, if you're looking for a more mature neighborhood in Cochrane that is a little bit separated from the town itself, has land on the west side that won't ever be developed due to it being part of the reserve land, soccer fields and baseball diamonds right in the community itself, and access to pathways lining the Bow River for some good outdoor recreation, then Bow Ridge might be the perfect place for you. Again, like I mentioned, keep in mind there is a few things that you want to watch out for here in Bow Ridge in terms of age of the home with the shingles, age of the home in terms of the interior finishes, and those couple gabion walls in phase 3. But that's where having a good agent that is aware of those issues can help navigate you through that process. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I will catch you in the next one where we check out another one of Cochrane's communities.